Welcome back to the video, guys. It's your boy Holloway here. Today we're going to be going over how much it really costs to own a beautiful machine such as the Ducati V4. There's a lot of misconceptions going around thinking that it's super expensive now, and we're going to go over about like Ducati tax and stuff like that, and is it really like worth the hype? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you really paying these prices when you get these motorcycles? So let's jump on the bike and let's jump into the video. Okay, so off rip, you know, I think everybody wants to know, like, how much did I pay for this Ducati V4? Now, I've told this story multiple times beforehand, but I actually traded my old S1K for this bike, and I worked out a deal with the owner of this bike, and that's how I got his bike. But let's just give a little price out there for like MSRP, like walking out the door, the dealership, tag, the fees, registration, all that. You're probably looking upwards of like $27,000 to like $30,000 for this bike, out the door, brand new, 0 miles. You know what I'm saying? Nothing done to it. And off rip, you know, that is very expensive. Like, I swear, all, like, I guess you could say super bikes are getting like up there closer and closer to $30,000, like being the normal price of like out the door, which is insane to me, because the first bike I started on was a 2016 FZ07, and I believe that one out the door was like $9,000, which was a great bike. I wish I never sold it, but I would have never been here today if I didn't sell that bike. Now, you're gonna hear a lot of people throw on the word tax onto certain different words. So, like, you know, Ducati tax, BMW tax, street tax, all these different types of taxes in this motorcycle community. And what they're referring to is like you're paying a premium for the name or just something in general about that motorcycle or that brand. There is a little slight Ducati tax on this, but you're getting so much packed into this bike, I feel like it's worth every penny. Now, I don't race professionally, not yet anyways, and I don't take this to the track just yet, but you know, you get so many things, and this is like the closest you're going to get to like a GP bike. This generation and the new 2025, the closest you're going to get to a GP bike, like production wise. Like, you can't get everything like a GP spec because, you know, it's not street legal, but this is damn near like knocking on the front door of MotoGP right here. All the tech they put in here, like all the specs, like the engines and everything, like top notch. Now, obviously it's not a built engine or anything, but you know, but also, like, is like the real question is, like, the Ducati tag, does that apply to everything? Some things you just have to realize, like, if you have a little bit of knowledge, like working on your motorcycles, some parts just cost what they cost, you know what I'm saying? Like sprockets or engine parts and stuff like that, they just cost what they cost. But now, if you go on Ducati's website and you look at some fairings, you're gonna drop like almost 10K just to get a full fairing kit, which is insane. Like, I just can't wrap my head around. Now, that is some Ducati tax if I've ever heard of one. Moving on, I know everyone wants to know, like, how much do I pay for insurance? And now this kind of has a couple variables going into it. So I'm like a 5 or 6 year member with Progressive. I have my truck on there. I have a couple other things on there. I've been with them, like I said, 5 or 6 years. First responder discount, all these little different discounts, and then on top of that, I own my bike. So, like, you can't take my prices and go off of your own self and think you're gonna have the same thing, because it's not quite gonna work like that. So I roughly pay around like $238 or something like that a month, and that's not bad. All right, now I will tell you, when I had my S1K and I did not own it at the time, I was still making payments on it. I was paying like, I want to say like $330 or $328 or something like that, only $100 more. It wasn't stupid crazy, you know what I'm saying? Now, when I had my 2011, I only had liability on that one. I got hit, and then I tried to get Progressive because I had my car on at the time. Tried to switch over to Progressive. They quoted me like $20,000 a year, because little did I know, when I got hit, the insurance said it was my fault. After the police report came out and everything, they said it was my fault. I don't know how, but it is what it is. That's neither here nor there anymore. That bike is long gone. Now, I pulled over to kind of talk about some of like the beautification mods, as far as like aesthetic mods that I've done, and like what it's cost me, and like just talk about that a little bit. So obviously another like big topic about these bikes is like the exhaust that goes for them. God, my bike is so loud. Every exhaust that you see is probably going to be anywhere from like $2,000 on the low end. That's like a very well known name brand, upwards to like $10,000. So like this one is a Spark. I got this one for $3,300, and that's like the best option in my opinion, just because of like how it looks in the tail section. It fits up under the tail. It's not like on the outside like the Acura. It looks the best when it's blue and everything. It doesn't have a bunch of like guards on it, so like you can just see all the pipes going up, and like everything blues just perfectly. And then you got like the Acura, like I said, it sticks a little further out. Like it sticks further out on the tail section. I don't like that personally, because like I'm kind of like a neat freak when it comes to bikes. I want everything to look kind of symmetrical and like it's supposed to be there. Not it does, I don't want it to like it's not supposed to be there. I think this is the best option to go with. So like that's, like I said, $3,300. So you're already looking at roughly, quick math in my head, quick math, just the bike and the exhaust. Let's say 27. So you're looking at like 31K off rip just to get the bike and the exhaust. All right, so moving on. Now, a lot of people don't actually get custom fairings. A lot of people love the Ducati red that comes with it. Me personally, I decided to change it because, I mean, I still have my red fairings, but I decided to change it because I wanted to stand out. I wanted to make this like unique and like insane. Everybody loves the Fetch for Their Souls on the front. They love the red LEDs, and they love the carbon tail section with the tally marks on the back. A lot of people have been saying I need to take these off. Hey man, look, I understand. I have not raced anybody yet. Well, I have. I've been to CBR a couple times, but like I haven't raced anybody officially yet because she still doesn't have a tune, okay? But when I get that tune, it's over with. And you're in my weight class. A lot of people forget that. You gotta be the same weight, alright? If you're in my weight class, aka Fast Lane D, I think that's the only one out there. Hey, I might have to get that tally mark up off you, my boy. That BMW. So yeah, moving on. I mean, I got the quad lock, you know what I'm saying? That was like $40. Like, I know a lot of things, like a lot of people don't like to admit it, but me personally, if I see something on Marketplace and it's a good deal, it looks like brand new, hasn't been torn up or anything, I'm fucking buying it, alright? And aka the quad lock. I got that off of Marketplace. I'm not spending like brand new money on something when I can get something for a little bit cheaper and it works the same and there's nothing wrong with it. These lever guards, AliExpress special, you know what I'm saying? They're just for aesthetics. I don't really need anything and like, I just don't get it. Why people get these lever guards, right? And they mark them up crazy, and they're like $200 a piece for a damn lever guard. I'm not paying that, bro. I paid $20 for those. They look good. The only thing I wish when I get into racing and stuff like that, probably got to put some tape over this just so it doesn't get dragged on my brake lever and whatnot. But other than that, they look fucking perfect. And then the only complaint I have, I didn't put any Loctite on any of these. So on my other side, this little piece right here fell off because of vibration. The bolt backed out, but you know, I got another set coming. Clear clutch cover. I haven't done this yet, but it's probably going to run me about $350 from I think DBK, and then one of my buddies has a discount code, so obviously I'm going to get that. And then moving on over to the other side, we got rear sets. I bought these for roughly, I think, $170 AliExpress. They work fine, perfect. The only thing, I had one little hiccup on the other side, which I'm still trying to figure out how I'm gonna work that out with that company. But yeah, and then everything else, whoa, what the, so yeah, everything else modification wise, oh, tail tidy, I got that off of Marketplace for $100, brand new. The dude rode it on his bike a couple times and then he took it off because he didn't run a tag. But this piece right here, this was roughly, I want to say like $170 for this piece. And then that's really it for this bike. Like I said, I do plan on doing some more carbon pieces. I'm thinking about go ahead and pulling the trigger on this piece right here for down low. I think that'll really be sick. And then I think soon, I do have a tank cover and forge that I have saved on Marketplace, but I don't know. But I think I'm gonna do wings and then front fender, obviously frame covers, this subframe cover, tail tire hugger, rear tire hugger, sorry, and then a couple little ends and pieces, little bits and pieces. But yeah, let's jump back on the bike and let's wrap this video up. Let's get into this startup, baby. whew, I swear, like, you can't justify an exhaust costing this much, but then when you hear it, it's like, ooh, alright, I understand. Yes, sir. Now, another big topic on this bike right here is the Desmo service, in which that's something that draws a lot of people away from this bike because they say it's so expensive. It doesn't make any sense. Oh, there's 12. It's so expensive, it doesn't make any sense. They don't know why it costs that much. But if you guys understood, like, if you ever seen a Ducati with the fairings off and like the all the internals taken out, you're literally riding on the motor. Like, everything is packed on top of the motor and the gas tank. So like, they have to take all that crap off just to get to the motor. So like, that's part of the reason, like, labor wise. And then other than that, I don't know why it's so expensive. I don't know if it's parts or like what, but me personally, like, I've looked it up, like, I've read some forums and everything, and like, they've said it can range anywhere from $1,500 to $3,000 depending on what all you have to have done. Every time I had a Desmo service on another bike, which I've only had one other one on my last S1K, and I only had them do, spark plugs, fork oil, and my valves, and that was it. And then they found a couple other things wrong, which, you know, that's why you take it in. If you don't know what you're doing, they can go ahead and do an inspection on everything else. And that's another thing. So like, when they take everything apart, they're also inspecting the bike. I think it's like called a 30-point inspection they do, and they just check everything, like all the fluids, the clutch, cable, all that good stuff. So like, they're not just doing what they tell you to, like, you're paying for everything else as well. In which, when I take this bike up north in a little bit, like, I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but I'm 500 miles, less than 500 miles away from my Desmo service, in which I'm not even worried at all. I'm probably gonna have to spend like $1,500 maybe. I'm not exactly sure, because I'm only getting 3 things done, and that's the forks, the spark plugs, and my valves checked, and that's it. Like, I'm not getting to do anything else. Everything else I can do myself. Like, I change my own oil, filter, I do that myself. I change all these fluids up here. Like, there's no need for me to go and take that somewhere for someone to do when I can do it at home and save myself a shit ton of money. Shit ton. Like, I don't think people understand, like, if you just do some of those things yourself, you would save so much money. And then I think that's why, like, I started working on my own bikes, so I would save so much money, because these bikes get expensive quick. But yeah, guys, the Desmo service ain't that bad, you know. I mean, it's a price you pay when you get these bikes, but honestly, like I said, I mean, it's part of the game. Like, I'm pretty sure people that buy these bikes, they know that going into it. But there are some on Marketplace, you could tell, they always list their bikes right before 15K. Like, especially these Ducatis, they'll get them, they'll take it, do the oil changes, or do oil changes themselves, and then when they hear about the Desmo service, they usually sell it. And that's why I tried to stay away from some of those bikes when they were around that mileage mark, because I simply wanted to enjoy the bike a little bit before I had to do all that stress and worry. So I kind of lucked out when I got this one at like a little over 9,000 miles. So yeah, guys, with all that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I'm going to throw up like a grand total of like how much everything should cost you, give or take, like on sales tax, whatever. But, you know, like I said, you can't go off of everybody else's insurance, because insurance works like they have a log of these bikes by the VIN, and when they wreck and crash, it gets logged, and then that obviously makes the price of the total that everybody else pays on these bikes go up. If you didn't know that, now you know it. So like, when you get these super bikes and they're like, they want $2,000 a month because, you know, you're getting a Ducati, or no, really an S1K. If you get an S1K, you're going to pay out the ass for insurance, just simply for the fact of, usually people get them as their first bikes. They get the bike and they crash it within a year, but like, people just crash them in general, and obviously your total price you're going to pay per month is going to go skyrocket, because all these bikes are getting crashed nationwide. Now, I don't really see a whole lot of Ducatis being crashed, but like I said, I own the bike, so that's a big plus. And then also, I've been a member with them for so long, and I haven't had any tickets or anything on my record in a while. So like, I kind of lucked up a lot. getting what I did, what I paid for it. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe, share, comment down below your favorite part, comment something that I missed or you're curious about, like how much something costs, and I will try to answer it the best I can down below in the comments. So yeah, don't forget, wear your gear, ride safe, don't get caught in the rain, keep chasing greatness. You never know what's going to happen when you keep going. Keep chasing greatness. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.